Now this piece wants to come out, as you can see, but there is one screw right up in here which you can get to by pushing and putting the screw like this. So I'm going to take that out, see if we can get this center piece out. At least maybe I can see it a little bit better in there. So we're just about ready to move this thing out. I moved the rubber booty out of here and almost got this out, but as you can see, there's a stupid screw right here and another one right here. Well, that's what was holding that baby in. Well, I've decided that I think I will take this. That's a 10mm bolt there out, and take out this side. It looks like I might have to pull the dash to get it all out, but that way I can get this floppy piece out of my way, get down in there better. I really don't want to break this molded piece, because then I'm afraid it might squeak later on. So that's about the only way I can think of to avoid breaking it. So that's what's the next step. So we're on to the glove box. Looks like there's a screw there, and one down here, one over here, one there. So we'll take those out. Hopefully it'll pop right out. Wouldn't you know it, I got this thing all ready to go out. It's hanging. Sure enough, if you look way up in there, there's a screw. So don't yank on this thing, glove box, too hard until you get that screw behind that vent out. Once you get that screw out, which is right up there, as you can see, this thing starts to pull out. There are two wires right there to the glove box, which I'm sure I'll have to undo. Let's see if there's anything else. It pulls down. You got wire coming over here in the middle, and then one over here. Just clipped on. I had to push that one out from this side in. I had to take that light out. As you can see, there's a little clip edge right there and there that made that one come through. That was a real pain. I thought it was clipped on from the outside, but it's not, from the inside. So now that you see that, here's what's behind it. In case you want to know, there's your computer. This looks like to be something maybe with a heater control module unit, perhaps. And as you break this over, you can see it's going to come right out. It was not, didn't have any extra screws once I got that far. That's it. Okay, so here's the summary. We have the piece that was here out, and we've taken out everything, you know, that's in the front up to the controls. But now you're left with a view of your heater core here, which would match up with the manual, which says you just remove this driver's side lower panel. But you still have this venting stuff in the way, and you still have this kind of retainer piece or plastic in the way, which, and you also have a bar coming down which left over from that that held in that dash foam type of piece. So this is not by any means something that's easy to get to. I think that the manual, which talks about the 325i, may have been in 6-cylinder. This is a 6-cylinder unit. May have, you know, given me a overly optimistic view. It doesn't, I don't see any definite leaks, you know, evident in the pipes or anything. I know there's the O-rings are behind these pipes that go into the unit. So, you know, it could be that, you know, I have some smell coming in from the head gasket and coming through the filter. That's possible. I'm going to check that out. But I think in order to get to that unit, because you see, even if you take this unit out, you've got a housing that's all part of this ducting system. This doesn't want to come out very easily, so this would still track way up underneath the dash. There's a screw here, there's a screw here, there's a couple on the other side, but you can't get to this one very well. It's a star type of arrangement. So now you're coming over here and you're thinking, well, maybe it's better to take the dash, the top dash, off. I don't know, but I think that in order to really get into it, you probably end up in this model with the controls that spin like this, possibly having to take out the full dash, and that's not going to be fun. The car is drivable like it is. I know it looks like a mess, but as you can see, if you do get this far and you just want to inspect yours, at least, you know, you haven't really disconnected anything. You haven't disconnected any hoses in here that would make it undrivable. But again, it's not looking like something that's just going to come out of there easily. Now, I'm going to have to check with the dealer and see whether or not they know something more about getting it out of here. If it involves taking out the upper dash, maybe if you took out the upper dash, perhaps by taking this out you could come at it from the top side down. I don't know. Yet to be seen. Well, after much more research on the E36 and removal of the heater core, what I found was that you basically have to take off the steering wheel, the airbag, the dash, the radio, this, so that you can pull this thing up the top. And you can see why. I mean, this is the case that it's surrounded in. There's really no way to get down in here. And there are a couple of bolts over here to remove to get the upper dash out. And in reading more threads about getting this unit out, you have to be careful of the airbag, so you should disconnect the battery post before you undo this. Otherwise there's something that communicates with the computer over here, which will eventually give you an error code and cost quite a bit of money to reset that, apparently, at the dealer. So the thread that I found on the internet to remove this talks about bringing it out and actually bringing it through here. I haven't tried that yet, and apparently there is some threads that talk about, you know, an LED or car light being in there to replace. So that is something I could do. But and there's a couple of one good picture with the whole dash removed out on the internet. If you go to some of the BMW forums, maybe you can find that. But search under the E36 heater core removal and replacement. Good luck. I think I'm going to end up having it either done or waiting till where I can spend a week of time or something and just not worry about the time constraints. But you're definitely going to have to shut your car down. And as you saw from the inside of the firewall, it's not an easy job to even get to the heater core pipes and so forth. All this to eliminate that nasty sweet smell that happens when the heater core apparently goes bad. So I may try again some liquid type of plugs, because mine is kind of a small leak, before I go to this great extent. But good luck to all of you who are out there dealing with the same problem that I am. Hope that this was somewhat helpful.